Pitbulls, Rottweilers, and German Shepherds are all amazing dogs that have the ability to become gentle and loving pets. At the same time, the press tends to vilify the same breeds, labeling them as ruthless fighters. In my opinion, to judge a dog by its breed is terribly unfair. I always say that when a dog has issues, it's not the breed, it's the human behind the dog. However, not all owners of out-of-control dogs are irresponsible people. Most of those who call me for help truly do mean well, but simply lack the proper knowledge and information. And sometimes they just do not possess the necessary calm, assertive energy needed to lead a powerful breed dog. You are about to see one of the most powerful stories we ever produced. I must warn you, it contains graphic footage of dogs fighting that you may find upsetting. But hang in there and you may learn some valuable lessons about dogs and, more importantly, about yourself.
Justin and I were living behind my gallery and photography studio. We both love dogs. We found ourselves, Justin more than I would look on the different rescue sites and, look at this one, and I've had dogs, a couple dogs before, and I was like, you know what, I don't know, I don't think that we should get one just yet. And he'd always look, and I was really surprised.
An opportunity came up to just kind of help a dog, so we kind of jumped on it. So we acquired Sandy. We got Sandy when she was 6 months old. She was real cute and playful and kind of a little disaster, how puppies are and stuff.
Overall, a very submissive dog, just very friendly and gentle, but no obedience, no sit, stay, heel, nothing like that.
We had Sandy for 6 months before we acquired Trinity.
Trinity was in really bad shape. Had an owner that basically neglected her. When we found her, she was in about a 1.5 foot by 5 foot-ish space. We know that she was there for at least a year.
Never been walked and just in a bad position.
Justin didn't want her in the beginning, for sure. He's like, what are you doing? But he is a humanitarian, and there was no denying that this dog was in a bad situation and needed help.
We're just suckers for helping dogs, I think.
I bring Trinity home and introduce her to Sandy, and Sandy's great with other dogs, so their initial interaction together was great. But in trying to take Trinity for a walk, it was like walking a panther. I mean, the dog couldn't walk on a leash.
Now it's like, wow, we have 2 powerful dogs now, and it's going to be real hard to tame these things in a sense, and get them to listen.
So, having Trinity and with Sandy, I mean, we had to instantly start instilling obedience. We were at the dog park. We would take them there at night, and we met a San Diego State police officer, and he had 2 Rottweilers that were amazingly trained. He could, point, and they would sit down at a distance and do whatever he wanted. And Justin was like, oh my gosh, where'd you get your dog trained? We need that. That would be great. Well, he gave us the information, and we contact this trainer. He comes out, he gives us a demo. We're totally sold. It cost about $2,500 for a 3-week session for both dogs.
And I guess I was hoping, maybe my dogs will just be this obedient dog when I get him back. And, the trainer was saying, yeah, we can work with these dogs. I've done it before, and it shouldn't be a problem.
He came and he picked up our dogs, took them away to his training facility. We were excited. We're like, a little vacation. This is awesome. Our dogs are gonna be just like his dogs and like the Rottweilers we saw. It was very exciting.
The day before we get him back, he calls Monica and says he's had a problem with the dogs fighting. So it was kind of like, wow, okay. They've never fought before. This is kind of weird.
We were totally shocked. We met up with him that evening to get our dogs. And sure enough, they had holes all through their necks. We couldn't believe it. Like, our dogs didn't fight. Like, not our dogs. We got a quick rundown of the training, but honestly, we weren't as much paying attention to the training as, oh my God, our dogs got in a fight.
We get the dogs home, and all of a sudden, Trinity's just attacking Sandy, or Sandy gives a look, and it's a fight.
Every day for the next week, they got in a fight. And I'm not saying like a little, little weenie fight. neither of us were experienced at that point with breaking up dog fights. We didn't want to look at our hands because we didn't even know if we had fingers. Because it was just, I mean, I have scars and so does he. And this is what we're dealing with. Constantly. Blood. With every fight that they got into, I just knew Justin's fuse was just getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Without a yard, separating two dogs constantly, working, trying to exercise, it's too much. So I decided to, move away from the house to get room because it's just too much to handle.
Justin ended up moving back to his parents' house, and he took Sandy with him. At this point, we're like, our dogs just can't be around each other, bottom line.
I feel more attached to Sandy just because she was the first dog. She's easier to deal with. I have a little resentment towards Trinity.
Justin was at his parents' house for about a month, maybe a little bit more. And I basically said to Justin, okay, fine, we'll get rid of Trinity. I'm like, but we have to do it through the rescue. This whole time that Justin had been gone for the month and a half, I mean, I've grown so much closer to Trinity because my man's gone and so is my other dog, and all I have is Trinity, and now I have to give her away. I mean, it was horrible.
I saw Monica's love towards Trinity, it was inseparable. So it is what it is, It's just, the dog's part of the family, so let's make it work.
So Justin found the house that we now live in. We're on 13 acres with a big fenced-in backyard. In living here, our problems aren't solved, but it's easier to separate them.
We have a dog shuffle where the dogs go in and out of the house and they're always separated. One's in the front yard, one's in the backyard, and they can never interact because we don't ever know what's gonna happen.
We think that we've tried basically everything with these dogs. We've tried choke chains, the e-collar, the dominant dog collar, the muzzle. We're not sure that we're doing it the right way and how long you have to use that specific tool before it starts working, and that's why we need Cesar. What I hope that Cesar can help us do is that I want my dogs to get along again. I want them to be friends. I want them to be able to play together.
I hope Cesar can make the dogs trust each other, kind of, so that they can just feel comfortable around each other and they can interact and eventually be together as a family.
Most pit bulls are sweet and loving, but without proper leadership, exercise, and discipline, they can turn into gladiators that fight to the death.
We have 2 female pit bulls,
okay,
and they used to get along, and they were friends, they were buddies, they played together, loved each other, slept with each other, and they no longer get along. They fight.
Do they only not get along with each other, or they don't get along with other dogs?
Sandy, she gets along with all other dogs. Trinity, she does not get along with other dogs.
Okay, so she's not the issue only, it's other dogs as well.
Right. Yeah. Trinity, I think, is a vocal player with a little bit dominant, kind of aggressive attitude.
Mm-hmm.
The wrong dog, wrong mix.
So it's excited dominance. She gets excited, then she gets dominant. Then the aggression kicks in.
It's crazy.
So the Sandy every once in a while starts the fight?
I think so.
Just from her attitude,
From her attitude,
her look,
her personality.
yeah.
Sandy doesn't trust Trinity at all anymore. Kind of intimidated acting around Trinity, where Trinity doesn't care. I mean, she can fight with her today and be your best friend tomorrow.
So that's more normal.
Yeah.
The
But
dogs
Sandy,
normally fight and then they lick each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Sandy has something to do with it, but I saw Sandy outside. She has great skills, very social, very submissive at first.
But like Bonesy, for instance, rules. Our cat
Over
rules.
her.
Rules our dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Over
Rules both
Trinity.
dogs. They
She'll
don't mess
just-
with the cat at
she'll
all.
stop
The
and
cat rules
freeze.
the dog.
Yeah, that's good. That means she has a limit.
Yeah.
It's just not with dogs yet.
Right.
So let me meet her and let me get an evaluation from her point of view and see. But it sounds like a case they have to go to the center because she needs that social behavior.
Yeah. Seems okay.
Yeah.
There's something with her with toys, squeaky toys, whatnot. She has that very...
Possessive?
Yeah, she won't drop a toy for anything.
Did she kills the toy?
What do you mean, kill it?
Tear it up. And...
See that? So that, she's not playing, she's killing. So when other dogs, they know that the other dog is not playing with the toy. It's killing the toy, so they can take that energy towards them. When you have two dogs in the same state, you need a bulldozer.
Exactly.
To remove them, especially this type of breed.
Yeah.
It was a very deadly silence feeling that I had from her, which is very typical of a red sound dog. Can we bring her to the center, at least 2 months? Okay, because she needs a lot of social behavior. Yeah, so
Both
for
of
me to
them, or
bring...
just the
No,
one?
just her.
Just her.
Just her. So we gotta find out what makes her come submissive.
Yeah.
I can't do red zone rehabilitations at home. I can't. It's just impossible. I can't do dogs that are gonna kill another dog at home. You know, I don't have my pack. I don't have my best helpers. Trinity, as we heard, had a really bad owner. She lived with an abusive human being, and these wonderful people took over. They really have good energy. They definitely can deal with a pit bull without a problem, but they don't have the training to deal with a red zone case. The dog whisper shooting schedule took us out of Los Angeles for weeks at a time, so it was 5 months before I was able to bring Trinity to the center and work with her on a daily basis. Every time we bring a dog that needs the pack, it's because it's a severe case or a hard case or a case that requires the help of the pack. Trinity is one of those cases. Right now, my pack is in a very good state of mind. We have a new puppy. And so again, Trinity is a red zone case. It requires supervision, and do not try this at home. Nose, eyes, ears. All right, so let me see. We will talk about it. We're gonna focus on the dog, the reaction of it. So my pack is definitely reacting. We definitely have a red zone case. Definitely a red zone case. And so that's why you saw that my pack was copying the behavior. Now my pack is influencing her. Earlier, she influenced my pack. It's a little bit more quiet, but the energy of wanting to fight is still there. That means she has not surrendered like this pack. All right, so we're gonna need a muzzle. So I wanna see how she reacts and how she feels about the muzzle, more important. There you go. Obviously, when the muzzle came in, she went into a more quiet state. So the existence of the muzzle does lower the intensity of the dog. Now, would you mind you guys go on that side and she stay by herself? You can see it from right there. Yeah, sure. Back up. Hey. Just relax. What I'm looking is, you know, how she's reacting now without you guys being so close or touching the leash. But we get to evaluate how the packs will definitely see. Who feels more comfortable of the two of you? And I want 100% honesty.
Her with the pack?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
He might be better than me.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we leave the leash here?
You're the leash, buddy.
Don't need no leash.
You don't need no leash.
Okay.
Now what I'm, see now, see what, as soon as you came in, she lifted the leg.
Yeah. Started getting
Yeah, as soon as you came in this side, she did this.
Yeah.
She told him, I'm ready to protect him. So seeing that, I'm not gonna bring you in. That tail wagging doesn't mean they're friendly.
No, yeah.
So you know that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so is it possible now that, you know, that you guys wait outside so she sees that you guys are not here, and it's, I just want to put her in there, and I want you guys to see the picture
Sure.
for her. It will be easier for her. See, now she wants to fly from it. We have to match the intensity, whatever we have. She doesn't know we want to help. What she knows is what she has learned. Attack another dog is a victim, is a target. See, sitting down is blocking invitation of friendship. So I gotta keep her moving. So if she can't fight, she's gonna try to avoid. Because, you know, the way she wants to meet is by fighting. It's a big deal. She's gonna wear the muzzle for a little while. We're gonna see some explosions. And so to make sure that nobody gets hurt, she have to learn to play with the muzzle, because she can totally create a pack attack, and it will be a chaotic place, especially with the little guys that we have around. Not laying down completely, unsure about what to do, so nobody has asked her to completely surrender. See, her dog and her say surrender to the touch, but her issue and her don't know how. So we have the combination of don't know how to be a normal dog, and the dog and her try to be a normal dog. So that's part of the rehabilitation, you know, removing the issue so we can bring more the dog in her. So we want more. This will be incomplete. Incomplete. Super tense. Just to lay down, that's all I want, lay down. There you go. If you can see, she's moving her nose more. You know, when a pit bull is in a pit bull state of mind, they don't really care about how things smell. They really go into how things look like and where is the target, and they're very sound-oriented. I am not 100% sure about this case yet. This is too soon for me to really feel. This is good. And she can also, you know, it can also kick in the mother side of her, which it would be fantastic, you know, for her to experience. See, right away, you know, identifying this new dog of not trusting. So even a 2-month-old pit bull is already showing we can't trust this dog yet. Nobody is trusting. So it's not about her being Trinity, or it's not about anything else. It's her energy is not very comfortable to be with. At this point, I don't feel that Justin and Monica has the energy to keep two powerful breeds in one place, especially when they have had the type of scenario they have had. And just ignore, like pretend she's not here. Just she's doing really good.
Yeah.
So it's very important that when you're going to help, you learn to separate emotions from instincts, to separate intelligence from instinct. Let me keep that up. That's Lucy. She's playing. That's nice. Lucy's playing.
Can we watch?
Yeah, you can watch it, but just don't, you know, just watch from an animal point of view. I don't know if you understand the concept of it, but it's just, you're just observing, really. You're not putting anything else. Well then. Now, what I did right now is to stop this.
Yeah, she was that.
Right?
Yeah.
If she would have come to Curly, which is the other dog,
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
I will
No
keep
problem.
talking to you.
Yeah.
But see, that's the energy tells you where they are.
Yeah.
They're not gonna say, Cesar, I'm getting tense.
Yeah.
See, that communication only exists in our world.
So,
You know, this is just a good start. You know, we're not done yet. This is just the beginning, but it is a consummate state inside her. So the plan is just to study her, to see what triggers, what doesn't trigger, take it for a long walk. I remember they were doing the motorcycle type of thing, which is only excitement. I think they don't realize they practice a lot of excitement. During the next several weeks, I brought Trinity with me everywhere, including most of the stories I was working on at that time. Intense cases like Trinity's need someone 24/7 with them. She needed to see many dogs every single day, every single second to expose her to as many dogs as possible. She needed to experience different scent, different environment, different people, different dogs. And that's how she was gonna realize that she can be aggressive to all dogs. Very good. So as you see, we're in San Francisco, and I brought Trinity with me so she can help me with one of the cases because she's doing fantastic. Okay. To keep an even closer eye on her, I brought Trinity home every night as part of my family's pack. She has become very comfortable with everybody else here. You know, this is the smallest members of my pack: Minnie, Louis, Molly, Coco, and the puppy, which has no name yet. This is a 3-month-old pit bull puppy. So it's good for her to be around all of this. She has improved dramatically. This is very, very important for her to deal with this annoying self. She's playful. This is, before she didn't want to play. She didn't want to touch the toy. Sometimes what they do, they grab. Hey! So you gotta be careful with the growl. See, it's okay for her to move away and to run away from him. All that is great, but she can't growl. As you see right now, she's only wearing her collar with her tags. We don't use the muscle for my pack anymore, so I feel very comfortable with that. That means I gain 100% trust on her, and she's a high-level energy. Okay, that is pretty annoying. Hey. 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 See, the only inconvenient part about, hey, when you have a dog that has an aggressive tendencies, is that when they hear that squeaky sound, it imitates just as an animal dying. They scream, they squeal, and then that's what they get so excited and start shaking it. So that's very important. So with this one, she gets just a little fixated about it. Fixation, not good. You gotta wear your feminine stuff. All right, so this is really good. See, Molly's in there, the puppy's in there, watch that. See the 3 little dogs over here. They just don't bother her. They're so used to Daddy. Daddy is not here today because he was at the center. He wanted to go and play with Amy, and that's his girlfriend. No more squeaky toy. Later that day, I took Trinity and the rest of my pack to the site where I am developing my new dog psychology center. After being away from Trinity for a month, Monica and Justin met with me to get a progress report. Since the presence and energy of her owners can directly affect Trinity's behavior, I monitor the situation closely.
Yeah.
Coming in, I want you to experience her off leash with the rest of the pack. You know, there she is. The goal is for her to recognize you as a scent as much as a sound or sight. If she starts jumping or doing stuff like, see, this is believe it or not, this is not how you want to be greeted, even though the dog haven't seen you in 2 weeks or 3 days or 3 years or 4, because you represent excitement. This is the meaning, right? So the brain has to learn to behave this way, calm, submissive, every single time. 30 seconds later, 30 minutes later, 3 hours later, 4 hours later. That can cause a fight.
Yeah. Excitement.
By you moving away, you actually empowering her, because you're giving your space. But as you see, the avoidance is only empowering her. So it's best.
Push her down?
Not so much to push. It's really not about pushing. It's really it's about claiming. Because see, right now she's getting closer to you guys. See, this is distance, tail. Now it's better. See, that could be a problem. Hey. Hey. By us pulling them off the ground, that just put a pause in their biting mechanism.
Hey, calm down.
The key, just let them hold. With the holding part, they're not gonna keep ripping. When Monica and Justin came and visited Trinity, it was a possibility that they might trigger the wrong reaction. And so it's very normal that when two dogs get into a fight, the rest of the pack react the same way as the dogs who initiated the fight. So this is why it's very important to stay calm no matter what. Don't let them go.
Legs, both legs. Both.
Monica was trying to help, but she was helping with panic. You know, so it's this ripple. It doesn't stop a fight. You know, what stops a fight is a calm human, really.
That was a dog fight. I mean, I wasn't not expecting that to happen. I mean, I've seen the show before, and it seems like a lot of times, you know, everything will be great until the owners come.
Let her go.
It's really important to follow through. It's extremely important that after chaos, you have to create balance, you have to create peace, you have to create harmony. It's a little tension about each other, but see, it's no aggression.
With the situation now under control, Cesar proposes a solution.
My suggestion, based on this,
Yeah.
we exchange dogs. You get one of my pack, lower level energy. I get to keep her forever. Good home. She never had a fight.
Yeah.
Into
Wow. For it to be our energy and you know, Trinity's too much dog for us to handle, it's hard to hear that. I mean, I think we're tough people and you know, really how we live, where we live, we moved to the country and our dogs have been separated and we've successfully won a very long time with no fights, you know?
So right after that, Justin and Monica and I sit down in the trailer. You are in a situation where you have a dog that can easily go from excitement to dominance to aggression. It was very easy to see it.
Right.
So I think we have to be more in the mind. I mean, this is what I do what can I do for the dog, not what can the dog do for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that puts you in a position of how can you help this dog?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've definitely thought a lot even after when we last saw you, the difference of the human psychology and animal psychology, you know, it's really...
Shake! Shake! Daddy came closer to Monica, and then Trinity went back and went after Daddy. No, Bring him in, bring him in.
Bring him in. Come on, Dad. Come on.
And I just grabbed Trinity, put her on the side, wait for her to calm down, and brought Daddy back. You know, and then once she calmed down, she became submissive. I put the muzzle on, so this way Monica can breathe.
No, I know. I mean, she's clearly, it's us. It's our, you know, it's like even...
You see it in the show, you know, when I bring the owners back?
No, absolutely.
That's the part that I focus and make sure America gets it. You know what I mean? Why it's so important to be the pack leader. Because the pack leader can stop unwanted behavior. Dogs lover can.
Right.
They can. They just can't. They're just not going to be able to control instincts.
But having the memory of, like, what Trinity's capable of, having that always in the back of your head, trying to get rid of that and be that calm, assertive, that's going to be really hard to do.
But that's why I'm suggesting to swap a dog.
I know, and that's...
Because I erase that.
That's what I see, that's why it's going to be hard to make it work, is what I'm getting.
I mean, you really have to readapt your lifestyle, and is that person willing to do that, you know? I mean, I am, but it's, you know, I'm not alone in this. You know, and I don't know. I mean, you know, I think about it too, like getting rid of that energy that you think that there is just that chance of things happening, you know, and there's always a chance. I don't think any dog's ever fully recovered, you know? I just, maybe it's selfish, but it maybe you found the ultimate, like, perfect person for her to go to, but I'd really like her to be with you.
I think I'm the ultimate perfect person.
Well, I know, but I mean,
I'm not gonna give this power to anybody else. It ends right here.
I just want to rewind back in time, you know, to go back to before we sent them away to that trainer. But maybe Cesar, I think, said when he was at our house that he thinks maybe it's an issue that would have eventually surfaced anyways. But I guess we just will never know that, for sure.
And I'm gonna keep you posted and let you know. And she's right now being taken care of by a doctor, so everything is fine. Not a big deal. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. So think about it.
Okay.
Behaving well. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Okay.
Cesar. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Right after the attack, I called Mobile Vet, Paws and Claws, run by Rick Garcia. Dr. Garcia found that Trinity needs 5 stitches in her mouth. Rakim Spot from my pack also needed stitches. Despite the seemingly ferocious attack, both Daddy and Pitbull Amy didn't need treatment.
When I left, it was a 4-hour ride home of basic silence and crying. There was just so much going on when that happened that I really didn't feel that I was in the right mind to make such a decision. But just going up there after a 4-hour car ride and being exhausted and kind of aggravated with LA traffic, and just getting out and boom, going right into it, there's no doubt in my mind that our energy was in the wrong place.
Hey.
The whole idea of recovering afterwards, which I think is great, but that was an unfamiliar term to me at that point. And now, I mean, now I totally understand it, and recovering was something that we had never done before. You know, we really haven't tried. We haven't done anything up until this point to work with Trinity.
That was a pretty emotional roller coaster, and I was just kind of thinking what's best for Trinity, and, you know, but also making Monica happy at the same time. You know, you kind of have to balance the two, and that's a tough one to figure out.
It just made the comment about making me happy, but I'm not just gonna take her back because it's gonna make me happy. I gotta know that you're in this with me and we're doing this together, or not. Or we weren't gonna make the decision to bring Trinity back if we both weren't on the same place. And on the way home, we talked about the importance of being healthy yourself. And how can you expect to balance your dogs and your lifestyle if you yourself are not balanced? That conversation led to a plan to get healthy. We joined the gym. I'm doing yoga now 4 days a week. As of a month ago, I've quit smoking. Trinity, for me, has been an angel and a motivation.
I felt pretty much the same way. Give it a shot and see what happens, and I think there's a possibility they can be together.
Monica got a hold of us and said, you know what? I got a lot of that experience, and I want to face it. And that is very brave. You know, for somebody to say, I want to face what makes me afraid, that's pretty brave. And that's somebody who really wants to live to the fullest. Trinity is a very determined human being, and I hope that Monica is very determined. It's been 2 months since the last time she was in her house, so it's very important the way she comes back, as you know. To me, is very important. This is a classical red zone case. This is not about dominance. This is a dog that if he gets too excited can go into a red zone case. When I work with Trinity, I make sure to use all the various collars Justin and Monica had used with her. And one of the tools that she was also trained to not listen to it is the E collar, which is a vibration collar. I'm using pure vibration on her. Next, I prepare to reintroduce Trinity to her home environment. This is very, very important. You know, the way she gets out of the car, the way she moves, everything counts. Right there, next to me. So remember the state of mind, okay? This is beautiful, quiet, very safe. Old memory, not allowed. There you go, coming back. That's better, see it? So you gotta wait for that so she sees, okay, we never done any exercise here, so the brain wants to go back into her old self. Whatever she learned over there, she can't just practice it here because her memory comes right back. Gently going in there. Very gently, then she can do whatever she wants. This is good. So now it's perfect time to bring Monica. Just do your thing. We're just gonna evaluate a behavior. Oh, that's really good move, actually. It's a pretty good move. I'm very happy already. You know, no touch, no talk, no eye contact. That's really good. Maintaining that same state of mind. This is a big deal because this is home, you know, so it has more power than meeting somewhere else. And so to meet this way, for you to maintain that state of mind, that's pretty remarkable. You know, that's the state of mind we want to maintain, we want to keep, you know. So even if you haven't seen her for 2 months or 2 hours, three minutes, it's that same way of meeting, you know. First relaxation and then excitement. Excitement is later, you know, because pack leaders ask for calm, submissive state before they actually play with the pack. So that's just that reunion, you know, that is a ritual. It's a very important ritual, you know, and so if we see it as a ritual and we see it as they really care about that, then I think the most humans will honor that. So we want to do whatever is best for them. Now, can you just walk by her and see her reaction, you know what I mean?
Don't
and
look at her.
And expect the reaction that you want, you know, see the reaction that you want.
Just keep going.
That's a very, very, very beautiful reaction. Compared to the reaction that we had over there, it's very remarkable. Now stop and do. Just don't look. That minor level of excitement can affect, you know, dramatically the way she behaves around you. You see it? So this is good. This is a great state of mind to give affection to it. But anything more excited than that, it can lead into what we don't want. So to give affection to a very quiet, peaceful state, which I find out that you're doing yoga, that's a very beautiful, peaceful state of mind to be in. That to me is a perfect time to give affection. You know what I mean? So this is a perfect time. So I corrected, but she came to me.
Right.
So correction or discipline is just as good as love. You know what I mean? Because it lets them know what is it that you want and how you want it, which is direction. Give me some direction, and then I just follow it. Now be consistent with it, and then it becomes a style of life. You know?
Right.
I wanted to bring in a few of my pack members to see if Trinity will become territorial on her home turf.
Keep yourself proud, baby. And it's not really tight. This is just more psychological. You didn't get to meet Meanie the other day. You know, it's just very important that she sees you next to the other dogs. Because you met Daddy.
Yeah.
1 month earlier, Daddy had moved too close to Monica and Trinity attacked.
Yes, it was an accident that happened, but after that day, she went back to my house, and everything went back to normal, really.
I put Trinity back in my car so I could assess how Sandi will interact with the pack without any influence from Trinity.
How would you describe her energy right now? What would you say?
That's generally how she always greets other dogs. She's, how to describe it?
She's unsure
Curious, unsure, yeah.
She's unsure first. Her true nature is submission. I want to make friends, but nobody was stopping me when I was tense. That's what I always practice: tension, excitement, submission. What we've seen now is just excited submission. The tension is slowly going away. See how Junior went in the top of her shoulder?
Yeah.
See, Junior is chasing. She is running away from Junior. So the one who's dominating right now is Junior. And for a puppy, it's best they never learn to know that they can actually be dominant. So if he practices it again, I'm going to correct him. So meeting new dogs is really good because that creates more social behavior, but at the same time, you have to pay attention the first 10 minutes. Now we're gonna observe my girl, Sandi, what's her behavior and what is the reaction. We gotta stop any kind of tension. She's curious about it, which is looking forward to see. Unsure, we see a little unsure, want to move away from the situation. I want you to see this, what it means, the conversation. This himself is a psychological activity, how to put two dogs who are supposed to live in the same home together, Notice that her behavior has changed, and now she's facing that way.
Yeah.
When Sandi was not here, she wanted to go in there because, she has had good experiences with my pack.
Right.
So the memory is coming back. So that's very important.
Yeah.
She's not in here, so that's a good vibe.
Do we walk in?
Not yet. There you go. That's really good. We're learning a lot about subtle movements, subtle behavior, subtle conversations. So you bring it into the mix,
Yeah.
Invite her into it so she feels that she doesn't have to just stay still in a frozen behavior. And Sandi can feel very comfortable passing right by her.
Next, Justin joined the pack.
Now, what if we want to break, basically?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the dogs need to be in the house, but we just want to just relax and not be totally paying attention to the dogs and what their behavior is.
Anything that you want is
Anything
okay.
Okay.
You understand?
I just want to be sending the right message and not
Exactly. That's the
undoing
message
wrong.
right there.
Okay.
My decision is great,
Okay.
but my decision without fear is perfect.
Okay.
My decision without anxiety is great. There we go. Very good. Calmly. Relax. Rehabilitating a dog is not just about rehabilitating the mind, it's also helping him to trust things that he learned not to trust. So in this case, Justin and Monica used many tools. They were trying to do what is best. Because Trinity learned to feel negative to the tools, it makes sense to me too. They're not just aggression. Let me help her to recover a positive outcome of tools so Monica and Justin can have 7, 8 tools to choose from. Come here. Where's the ball? Go get the ball. But, the most important tool is your energy. Otherwise, no tool will work. Shh. That's the party. Hey. Hey. Shh. Hey. Shh. So right now, shh. Hey, instead of throwing the ball right away, let her calm down. Then, So you send them back to that state.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So then you tell the brain, I'm gonna play with you, I'm gonna walk with you, I'm gonna feed you, but you always gotta go in that
Like
state.
that, yeah.
So this way, she learned to practice everywhere.
Mhm.
The only way she get things is by being in a calm, submissive state.
Yeah. Living in a calm state is going to be the challenge, and what we have to figure out is how to practice that. That was the thing that clicked for me.
When she's excited.
Yep.
It's really impressive to see how far she has come, and I knew it was in her. I'm a believer.
To see a dog being rehabilitated is beautiful, you know, but to see a human to really stepping up to the plate and to see people practicing calm, assertive energy, to see people totally moving forward, it's a beautiful thing. Shh, hey, relax. Not yet, see, that would be very exciting.
Yeah.
Hey.
What really surprised me was seeing, just with the ball, and just the amount of control that Cesar has over her, keeping her calm, and what she can do when she is calm. That's the light of hope right there.
What I would love to see, and I'm pretty sure Trinity would agree with me, is to exercise discipline before you go to work. Trinity is a high-level energy dog. So if you don't drain her energy before you go to work, you're coming back to a frustrated, anxious dog. The walk has everything. The walk has exercise, discipline, affection. The reason why you do it that way is because that's what they need. When you do things for somebody else, it's because you love them. I am very glad to report that there is a happy ending to this story. Here is what Monica and Justin have to say.
Shane right here. Oh, you're so vicious, aren't you?
There was a lot of back and forth as to whether we were going to keep Trinity or leave it with Cesar. But thinking about it and talking with Monica further, we decided that we need to really look at, you know, what we really believe and what our heart's really saying. And that is that we really love that dog and we don't want to give up. We wanted to stick with it and really work with her. So one thing I learned from this experience is really listen to your heart, and if you believe in something, you can do anything.
We would like to thank Cesar and his team and our many friends and all of our family members that believed in Justin and I, and believed in Sandi and Trinity, and believed that this would all come together as it did. Stay balanced, calm, and assertive. It really does work.
Thank you, Cesar.
Thank you.
Justin and Monica will need to use their calm, assertive leadership every day, especially with such powerful dogs. But the reward will be a balanced and happy pack. Remember, don't ban the breed and don't blame the breed. I am Cesar Millan. Thank you for watching Dog Whisperer.
I am the Dog Whisperer.